my friends, this is Kathleen. Welcome back to the channel. Today I've got a fun video for you. We're diving into all of those vintage photos that were in the suitcase, and I am hoping to show you all the different creative ways that you can use them in your junk journals. Whether you find photos at the thrift store, like I did, whether they're passed down through your family or part of just an old dusty album that you found. Photos, vintage photos especially, are magic on a page. So I'll be showing you 10 different ways that I have used vintage photos. And this first one, I'm not even counting in the 10 because it's just so simple. You can just pin it in with the paper clip. Just look at that sweet little girl. She's darling. But here in my tray, there are 10 more ideas that I've done. So here's the first one. This beautiful little, it's just a journaling card flip. I've used one of those large cards that were in the suitcase. I think it was some kind of a note for a speech. And I've just used one of these beautiful portrait and layered it up with some of the lace and a rusty pin and just some fabric. And this can be tucked into a pocket, pinned around a page. Yeah, I like that. Here's another, just a journaling card, but it's another like professional photo. Yeah, I think, as I mentioned, I think Diane was a model. She's got a lot of these kinds of pictures in there, and it's very 60s, and so I've kind of tried to do some paper in the back and just made a little journaling card. This is a very casual photo, and you can see that I have pinned this onto a folded journal paper, and I've just used a snap to attach that with some lace behind it. It makes a really simple pocket stuffer, but effective, I think. Another idea is to turn it into a postcard. So we've seen a number of historical kinds of antique photo postcards. And so if you have a photo that is more landscape or travel related, I have a stamp that you can stamp on the back. And it just makes, a journal card, something to stuff in the pocket. Okay, so here is another idea, just to make tags out of them, photo tags. These are just on masterboards on the background, and this one is particularly cute. I think I just took the photo and fussy cut the two girls out and made my own Tim Holtz people. Yeah, I think that's turned out really effective. This was from the wedding photos. These are the two bridesmaids. Yeah, and I think this was some kind of an engagement dinner party. Yeah, and I've just, as I mentioned, made a masterboard in the back and then just used the photos as the focal point of the tags. Another idea is just to make photo tags. Just use the actual photos and make a tag from the photo. There's room on the back for journaling, and that can just tuck into a pocket. Very cute. This one's a little fancier, but it's one of the portraits that Diane had taken, and I have just done some embossing here, put a label on it and a ribbon, and I would use that probably as a side tuck. Yeah, she's a pretty woman. Speaking of side tucks, here is a sweet little vintage photo. I've just put lace ribbon here with 3 little flat back pearls, and I would use that again in the same way as a corner tuck to put vintage ephemera behind. Here's another. This is a large photo, so it makes a perfect pocket in a journal. This is another one of the 5x7 professional photos, and I just have put a little corner edge there. I've put a little cluster here, and I would again use that as a large pocket or possibly a flip out. I have turned this sweet photo, put some trim on it, and made a wraparound pocket. So this would go around the page like this, with room for ephemera in the back. And on this side, there's just this little embellishment here. Wraparound pockets are one of my favorite kinds of pockets. This is another pocket. This is a large book page, vintage book page, that I would bind into the signature. Could also wrap it around the pocket like this, but it's I most often bind it into the journal, and then there's a pocket here. So there's a few ideas, and I have 3 other easy do-it-yourself projects with more of these photos. So this first one is kind of like the wraparound pocket, only it's a flip out pocket. So what we're going to do first of all is we're going to embellish this photo. This is a photo of Diane with her son after he was born. It looks like maybe it's around Easter time. So I just have put some double-sided tape on the back of this ribbon, and I'm going to make some corners here. Let's see if I can do it the same. So we'll fold that around. So that just kind of acts like photo corners. So now I'm going to glue this onto the front. So this is just a cutoff strip, and I have folded it to the size that I would generally use. So this is going to flip out, and then this is going to be the pocket. So let me put a little thumb notch in that. And I have this little, it's just some Tim Holtz ephemera, and I have stapled them together there. And this I'm going to put here in the corner. So that's how it would look. On the page, I would glue it here, here, and here, And then the ephemera gets tucked into the pocket behind, and there's all this room for journaling. I think that's a cute idea. Okay, next, the next little project is just a simple large cluster pocket with this larger photo of, this is Diane and her husband Bill. And I'm just going to, first of all, glue this scrap down. And I've mentioned before, part of the reason why I like these large cluster pockets is because then when you put ephemera in it, it just makes that look part of the cluster. So I'm going to put this at an angle, and then this at an angle. And then I just have made this tiny little cluster just with some papers and a piece of lace. And we'll just kind of put this here in the corner. Let me trim some of that off. It's just a little big, I think. And finally, we have this little sentiment strip. There, I like that. Let's see how it looks in the journal. Yeah, glue it on these 3 sides and then tuck the ephemera in the top. I like them. Okay, finally, this is kind of a new idea, and I have this pretty printed paper. It's another just 12-inch cutoff, and I want to fold it down. And then it will be a pocket and a flip up with all this journaling space. Well, I'll have to decide which photo to use. But the photo is going to be the closure, the slip in it behind. And I kind of don't like the way this photo is kind of faded. I really like this photo, but it's kind of pale. This little guy, this must be their son. I love the way his shirt matches that and is more of a contrast. So I like that. I'm thinking about that. Or I have this one. It's another picture of Diane with her dog. And that's a little more of a contrast. So those are my 3 choices. But regardless, I'm going to put this down as kind of a washi tape embellishment. So let's glue this on first. And that will just make this flip element, it will make it look deliberate. Okay, so now we can come down and fold this about right there. Okay, so now to decide. So this is going to get glued right here, and then I'm thinking about we'll see about putting some flowers on there. Which photo do I like better? Honestly, I think I like the little puppy. Yeah. So I'm going to glue that photo up to about right here. So just about 1/2 inch on the bottom. So that flips up for all of this journaling, and it flips down and slides into place like that. So I would glue it on 2 sides, this side and this side, and then would flip up for journaling and slide down into place. I really like that idea too. I hope this gave you lots of ideas for using the beautiful vintage photos that you might have in your stash. Let me know in the comments if you think you might use one of these. And if you're joining the Stash Restash Challenge next month, this is a great way to use what you might already have or what you've found thrifting. I've also got some good ideas for using the slides in journals. So I hope you'll join me for the next video coming up this weekend. Thanks for being with me today. I'll see you again with this project.